Today I'd like to give you an overview of damages that are available to victims in personal injury cases. Past medical expenses are one of the most familiar measures of damage in personal injury cases. These damages include ambulance bills, hospital emergency rooms, the doctors who treat you in the hospital emergency rooms, any x-rays or other diagnostic testing done, radiology expenses, and all other expenses attendant to the initial care that you receive. In addition, any subsequent follow-up care received once discharged from the hospital are able to be claimed as part of past medical expenses. These would include follow-up visits to your doctor, physical therapy, and any subsequent diagnostic testing, as well, of course, as prescription medications for pain, muscle relaxers, and similar medications. Income lost as a result of a personal injury accident is recoverable as one of the measures of damage in your case. These can take the form of wages if you are an hourly worker, salary if you are paid on a salary basis, but it can also include such things as commissions if those are applicable to your employment, and bonuses which may be lost to you as a result of your accident. Another form of damage resulting from personal injury can be diminished earning capacity. Diminished earning capacity is separate from lost wages and lost salary. Diminished earning capacity reflects the fact that because of your accident, you would no longer be able to be employed in a field where you wished to be employed, even though you may not have been employed in that field at the exact time of the injury. Some examples of this would be a student who is a senior in college studying computer information technology, who suffers a closed head injury in his accident and is no longer able to comprehend, communicate, or otherwise perform as he would have had the injury not occurred. He now has to change fields, so he may not be completely unemployable, but he cannot in the future be employed in his chosen field of endeavor. This loss would represent his diminished earning capacity. So if he would have made, for example, $100,000 a year as a computer information technologist, and now can only earn an income in the $25,000 to $30,000 range doing other work, then he has suffered on a yearly basis a loss of $70,000 to $75,000. That represents his diminished earning capacity. Another example would be a tradesman who suffers an injury, but at the time of that injury is a second-year apprentice. So he is making less money at that time than he would be making if he was able to become a journeyman. However, because of his injury, he may not be employable in his tradesman capacity any longer. That loss would represent his diminished earning capacity. To put it differently, the money that he would have made had he been able to complete his apprenticeship and become a journeyman represents the diminished earning capacity that he suffered. The aggravation of a pre-existing injury may be temporary or it may be permanent. Virtually every insurance company will claim that any aggravation that you may have suffered as a result of a new accident was only a temporary aggravation of that condition, and that you, as the victim, have now reverted back to your pre-accident condition. They will use this strategy to try and limit your recovery. However, it may be that this aggravation was permanent in nature. This is why you need an experienced and highly qualified personal injury attorney to navigate the waters of these types of damages and these types of claims. At William S. Wojcik Limited, we have handled thousands of cases involving aggravation of pre-existing conditions. These include conditions that were temporary as well as permanent in nature. If you have suffered any personal injury in an accident for which another person is at fault, please call William S. Wojcik Limited at 708-424-2121. I would be happy to discuss the damages that you may be able to recover in your case.